So, this is my unpopular opinion. I know this one is going to be the one that's going to touch a lot of nerves. I know. Oh, well. Marriage is a contract of economic immersion, right? It's you joining economically. That's why in divorce court, you don't go to get your love back. You don't go back to get the time that you spent with the person. You go to get your shit. You go to divide your shit and divide the children, the time with the children, the money for the children. That is what divorce court do, because that is what marriage is. A commitment in a relationship does not require a piece of paper. It doesn't. That is literally in your mind space, because you can be married and be fucking everybody but your wife. We clearly see that every day. And you may say, oh, those people are just this, or that. That could be. Or marriage is unnatural. It's not nature. Like, it's not natural. I believe, and this is just my belief, because I do a lot of looking at, observation in nature. But I feel like we're supposed to be one man to multiple women. I really, truly believe that. And I feel like that is why the conflict is coming in with all these people trying to be monogamous when genetically we're not made to be monogamous. Let us understand STDs are made in a lab. So someone created that condition to scare you out of doing what naturally occurs to you, because you're supposed to have a baby every time you come in heat. Like animals in nature, like we supposed to do that. And you say, we're not animals in nature. Yeah, you're not. And that's why you motherfuckers are not happy. That's why you're anxious and depressed, because you're acting outside of your nature. You're going by these conditions, and you are shaming other people based off books that someone fed you as a child, and they dripped it in your grandma's love and said, and they fed it to her as a child, and you know that she loves you. So in your mind space, she wouldn't lie to me, but she didn't lie to you. She didn't know either. Like, they got her young too. And so things that didn't make sense that she could explain, they said, oh, this is the reason. And then she passed that shit to you with love. And, a lot of you don't want to let that shit go. I understand. Like, I'm not mad at you all. And you might say, you're the devil. And that's fine. You can look at me and you can say that. I don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, nobody has died and come back to know what happens on the other side. Like, people have died. I mean, what they would say dead. But not long enough for you to really be dead. Like, if your heart rate stops or some shit like that and you come back alive, like, you wasn't dead. You just didn't. We just couldn't detect the life, but you wasn't dead. I'm talking about, like, days dead and come back. Like, the body cold and come back type shit. That you had a time to go and come back. So, but because I see like the video where the dude got the 5 baby mamas and those are gonna be some happy fucking children, because those women are not in competition with each other. Like, they're not in competition with each other. Like, she looking like, oh, that's a bad bitch sitting next to me. Like, he got good taste. Like, those children are gonna be happy children because they mama's not mad, their daddy is present, that all of them had a baby shower together. I'm open to see how this is gonna work out. I know a lot of people be responding from their condition point of view, your selfishness, like, it's my man, that's my woman. You don't own anybody, sir. The only person that you own is you. You get the experience of a person, and the experience of that person lasts however long the relationship or connection lasts, and when it's over, it's over. And the fact that people keep holding on, like, those people like, oh, grandma, that bitch was unhappy. Like, she wasn't happy. She was fucking depressed. Like, she was sad. Like, it was no happy thing. So, I don't feel like you should stay in unhappy situations. And if you gain multiple fathers along the way, I'm not bashing anybody. And you might say, oh, that's because you got that. I do. I absolutely say I'm guilty of that. And with the first one, I held on for a long time trying to make that be a thing when he trapped me. But it didn't. It wouldn't. It couldn't. And we all know that you could be in a relationship with a person for years and be madly in love and trying to have babies, and you guys never have a baby. And then you meet another person, and the very first time you guys have sex, you get pregnant by that person, because we're not all genetically compatible, and a lot of us don't even link into ourselves because we're too busy chasing a dollar to get a hold of ourselves, to know who we are, to know what we would even want in a partner. So that's already gonna be the dysfunctional thing right there, because a lot of people get married for the wrong reason. They get married for the financial aspects of things and not because they truly like the person. They might just like the way this person handle business, or like they're like, oh, we can build together. I know this, that. So the reasoning that people get together is not always an ideal reason, right? And I think people bank too much on one lifestyle. Like, they're like, that's our broken home. That's our broken home. Baby, the only broken home is a home where a child is not getting the things that it needs. Love, support, food, clothing, and stimulation as far as to feel important. And they don't have to be from your mama and dad. You literally can gain that from granny. You literally can gain that from grandpa. Like, there is no cookie cutter life. You motherfuckers that keep talking about broken homes is because these people have convinced you that life is supposed to be one way. Let's be clear. It does not work like that for everybody. Everybody does not have the same life. No matter how much you try to fit this template, it ain't always gonna work. And you might say, what is the dysfunction of a person? We don't know, because we're all fucking dysfunctional, because all of us have been programmed and fucking conditioned since we were little kids. So, I don't know. I don't know what nature had for us, like what it was supposed to be. I know that this broken home narrative that you bitches keep pushing, men and women, I don't believe in it. Like, because everybody isn't supposed to. Like, some women die giving birth. You know that, right? Some fathers die before their children are born. So, what is your, like, that's a broken home? No. Like, as long as the child is still getting love, acceptance, the shit that it needs, they're going to be all right. And from my understanding, the only reason people feel like they miss something is because you motherfuckers keep saying they miss something. You keep saying they're in a broken home, so therefore they're feeling it. Like, everybody keeps saying, oh, my father wasn't there. If people wouldn't keep mentioning it, you wouldn't even fucking notice. You wouldn't even fucking care. But the fact that everybody has said, oh, this is the way things are supposed to be, that this is that. And then you say, well, man can't have a baby without a woman. But people die every day.